What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shree Bad. This morning is nuts. And for a little while, I didn't know if I should talk about this COVID business or if I should talk about YouTube business. But what I want to talk about in terms of COVID kind of revolves around this YouTube business. My last video on the COVID-19 update was called The Quick and the Dead, Part 1. And it talked about how many people, especially in New York State, died at home. You know, if 60% of people with COVID died in the hospital on a ventilator, then 40% of them died at home. That's a huge number, you know, huge number. As far as percentages and ratios go, yeah, that's pretty big. It shouldn't even be 50-50. And of course, it's unacceptable, but then we have to go to the other side of the quick and the dead. All these black people dying of COVID. And it happened so suddenly, so fast. Now all of a sudden you see all these black people dying of COVID. I don't know what part of the country you in. I don't even know if you listening from America. I'm in New York State. I'm hearing I got many people, family members, friends, all that died of this COVID. Didn't matter what their age was. Well, I didn't hear of many African American or black children dying of COVID, but a lot of adults, young adults, 24 to 85 now, back to, people dying at home or whatever. There's a whole big controversy in this country talking about, if you died of the flu, they still might put it COVID. If you died of heart complications, they still might put that shit COVID. So that in itself is garbage. But if anything that this COVID has done, it has brought up social and public health issues, not only in America, but around the world, yo. Because you see, as it's crazy that we're realizing the amount of black people that are dying of COVID right now, it opens up the fact that 70% of all black people face medical racism. Hey, Shree, what's medical racism? Go look it up. Go look it up. In America, let's talk about America right now, because we're going to get to the world in a second. Because it's not just black people in America, it's black people, and I'm calling Africans black people too, all over the place. We get to them, don't worry. It's like a worldwide movement against black people. I don't understand why. The only conclusion I could come to is we was once gods. Everybody else was jealous. So the best thing to do with a god is to make him the devil. The black people killed Jesus. It leads someone to ask these questions, yo. Anyway, let's hit back. If 70% of all black people deal with medical racism in America before, during COVID-19, why am I going to sit here on a video on YouTube and tell black people, go eat vegetables, go eat more vegetables, go eat organic food right now? That's not going to help the people who are already dealing with COVID, okay? No matter what stage you in, you got tested positive for it, you in the deep of it, you sitting in the ICU on a ventilator. That's not going to help those people, okay? And not for nothing, in my place of business, I've been telling people that for years. You think black people been listening? No. So when this whole COVID is over, we can only hope that they start listening, all right? If anything, this COVID has taught me is to make sure I sustain myself, right? So I started growing things. I'm growing loofah. I started growing bok choy. My baby bok choys died on me, and now they coming back to life. They growing again. Right now, I'm trying to make a decision of, do I start on the tomatoes now, or do I start on the dill right now? Okay, that's where I'm at. And guess what's happening with seeds? Can you buy some seeds right now? Can you go to your local gardening store and buy some seeds? Try. It's like we got to deal with the microcosm and then the macrocosm, right? I bet you there's a gang of people right now trying to exercise for the very first time after they got diabetes, after they got hypertension, after they got this and that. Is that shit new? No, it's not new. Because for years before this COVID came around, I was telling black people, white people, Spanish people, even Chinese people, go take care of this. You here exercising now? That's great. Stay consistent, work on it as soon as you can. All right? You know how many people walk into the gym with underlying conditions? Plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. So hell yeah, when COVID first came around, I'm worried about my elderly people and my people with underlying conditions. I already knew that included black people, because there's a lot of black people running around with underlying conditions and not getting them treated. Hey, white people, you want to know why? You want to know why black people don't like doctors like that? Go look up the Tuskegee experiment. Go look it up. And don't look up the small part. Look up the fact that the Tuskegee experiments were done in 1972. I was born 3 years later. I didn't know them shits was done in 1972. Kaputs. Are you serious? Thank goodness I got a vaccine when I was a kid. Because if I had some sort of adultness in me when I got these vaccines, I probably would have looked at my mom and said, yo, I'm gonna punch you in the face, and I'm gonna punch this man in the face too. Y'all really think there's a lot of black people out here talking about, yeah, I'm gonna go get a vaccine? Nah, a lot of them are saying, you know what? Let me get this COVID. Let me survive it. Let me get my antibodies. I'm not giving you my blood, and I'm gonna keep my immunity right here. Do you blame them? I don't. And I'm black. I don't blame black people for feeling like that. Okay? I haven't really eaten meat since I've been on lockdown. Whatever meat I had, it's in my house. I ate it. I cooked it. It was before this shit. Okay? I started cooking more. I cleaned this house. I still got more to do. It's crazy. And it's crazy to notice how much we have taken advantage of the present technology that we got. You know, I love watching videos of people gardening and all this. When the last time I put my own hands in some soil? It took a virus to make me go back to nature? Yep, sure did. Because my teacher for the longest time was like, grow this, grow that. And I was like, oh, I grow it. I can't wait to get the seeds. Don't you know I got seeds and I've been had soil, but I got seeds and junkety junk right before this COVID. So what is me telling you to eat healthy gonna do? Because you already know it. And I don't give a damn who y'all are. I don't care what race y'all are. Why should I have to tell people to wash their hands? Huh? You should already know to do that, right? Because we're all humans here, right? But remember, everybody else, black people have been considered 3/5 of a human, especially in America. So now we just trying to learn what human is like. Hey, are we 5/5 of a human yet? Is it okay to be 5/5 of a human now? Apparently not. So much so that in China, Nigerians and other African or people of African descent are being racially profiled out there. Now let me hit you on to something, okay? When the COVID came here first, right, to New York, the first people that were looked at were Chinese people. The first people that closed down their business were Chinese-related businesses, okay? I personally think that they were like, listen, we don't want to deal with no racist ass shit, so let's close up before it gets to that point. But I'm not on that racist ass shit, okay? I'm not going to sit here and condemn all the Chinese people in Astoria, Queens, or wherever they are hanging out within these 5 boroughs. Nah, for what? That is stupid. There's way too many people out here. And then I read an article that said, actually, the strain of the coronavirus that's in New York is European. It's not even a Chinese strain. It's a European strain. So what, I'm still mad at Chinese people? Well, I'm going to be mad at Europeans now. There's plenty of Europeans out there. Guess what? My sister is now a European. She live in Europe. Well, I'm supposed to hate my sister now? Come on, let's think. Let's think. Not group think. Think for yourself. It's not hard. Or maybe it is. So let's go back to China now, because before Chinese started treating the Africans in their country bad, Africans in different countries within Africa, because remember, Africa is a continent, y'all. Africa is not a country. You see, I had to break down New York business, all 5 boroughs, this and this for New York City. I'm going to break down Africa for y'all. It's over 150 countries in Africa. Maybe less than that, between 150 and 200. It's a gang of them out there. Okay? Africa is a continent. Okay? So, various countries in the continent of Africa decided to burn down or destroy centers that were set up to test this COVID vaccine. I don't blame them. I'm sure they heard about the Tuskegee experiments too. And the Ebola jammy jam. And this jammy jam. And that other thing. Black people are tired of being guinea pigs for the wrong reasons. So they bunt them. Bye. We don't want them. You're not doing that to us. You're not going to give us COVID-19 to see if we can develop a vaccine and all this, because a couple of weeks ago, black people thought they couldn't get the shit. Well, let's just make a strain for these people. You see how and I'm kind of not even listening to Cuomo anymore, because it's like whatever the media says is jiving with what the conspiracy theories say. So what do I say? The conspiracy theorists are telling the truth and the media is all lies, or vice versa? Or can I say both of them are lies, or both of them are the truth? You know, today, Governor Cuomo, he said something, he said something without saying something. All right? He was talking about what other states can do, right? I'm jumping back to America real quick, and then we go back to China and Africa, okay? Now, he was talking about a plan with all the governors, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, which makes sense, to huddle up and get their stuff together. It cannot be like a national consortium of governors, because each state is different, right? Right. What he did say for those smaller or more rural states is that now you can hold the mantle of testing, right? So last couple of times I spoke, I was like, yo, why we can't get no home tests? Because how you going to make 19 million tests? How long is that going to take? A real long time. So technically, there are too many cases in New York to make testing effective. But these other states can be proactive, and since there's a lower concentration of people with the disease, Go and test. If you in one of those states where there's hardly any COVID or maybe 10 people died or something, and I'm not giving real numbers here. I'm just giving, example numbers. All right? So if 10 people in this state over here has COVID, you can go ahead and set up a test all you want. You ain't got to force people to do nothing. Hey, we got testing here. Who gonna go get a test? Matter of fact, let's test these people, the 10 people, make sure they got it. Okay, let's test our health workers to make sure they don't got it. So when this shit pick up in my state, I'm ready. We didn't have the luxury of that in New York. Right? We got to deal with something else. And thank goodness the worst is over. And we're controlling the spread. I had to let y'all know that. That's what Cuomo say, and I run with that. That don't mean I got to run back outside or do cartwheels and go back to work. It don't mean that at all. All right? Right now it means no more fear-mongering and panic. Let's plan this right. Let's not be boo-boo the fool. Okay? Let's not do it. Now we need to really stop fear and anxiety so we can get back to normal, whatever the fuck that means. And no one even believes that normal is possible anymore because we all know the bigger picture now. Let's go back to Africa and China. So before I started this video, I saw a clip of a video from the Hong Kong ambassador, the African ambassador to Hong Kong. Okay, I cannot pronounce her name, so please forgive me. If anybody, wants a link to it, I found it on Old Man Ebro's Instagram. If you don't know who Old Man Ebro is, Ebro from Hot 97. He's a radio personality. All right? And I'm sure Hot 97 has syndications all over this country. So most of y'all should know who Ebro is. Go to his Instagram page. You will find that message from her. Okay? Before I go into what she said, the president of China said that, I don't condone any of this racist behavior, and I really don't think it's going on. I think it's fake news. That's basically what he said. And this woman is telling him it's not fake news. It's real news. And we cool with you, President Jammy Jam. Sorry to say, not to say his name properly. He's President Xi. I think that's his X-I-Z or Xi. I hope I pronounce it right. If I don't, forgive me. Okay? So I'm going to call him President China just to keep it good so I don't disrespect this man's name. So President China said, fake news, it's not real. The African ambassador to Hong Kong said, no, this is real and we are not going to tolerate it. Okay? If it continues, we will do what we have to do to sever ties with China. China don't want that. You know they don't want that, right? You see how it goes from the microcosm to the macrocosm here? You see how you can get the lines get blurred between the media and the conspiracy theories? Or better yet, what they talk about in the media and what they don't talk about in the media that you already know what's going the hell on. Anybody that keeps up with politics, world politics, American politics, and all them other politics, they're going to know what it is. They can connect those dots, but the media ain't going to talk about that. No, they not. They don't talk about whatever the hell what else they want to talk about. And I can't fault Governor Cuomo for that because he can only talk about what he's supposed to talk about. He don't trust the federal government either. He don't trust they going to do the right thing or do it properly and none of that. Okay, smart guy. And that don't mean I trust him 100%. You know what I'm saying? Just to veer off a little bit. Everybody's like, oh, Cuomo for president. Nah, not Cuomo for president because he ain't no better. He got his problems too. But right now, he doing a damn good job. Keep doing your job. When this shit is over, 12 to 18 months from now, you can worry about presidents measuring debt. I don't give a damn what you do. Heard? Copy? And it's similar like that on these YouTube streets. You got to know who the real enemy is and what the real enemy is. You know, I would love to say, hey, this is my friend. Let me support my friend against this person. But that's hard to do when my real life shows me that I got to deal with COVID-19. That's hard to do when my real life shows me I got to figure out how to pay for everything I got, continue it on, and blah, blah, blah. Right? Pick your battles, people. And some people pick their battles and still get messed up. People still mad. Trump versus Cuomo? Shit, they both suck. But I always pick Cuomo over Trump. Joe Biden versus Trump, man, both of them suck. And I ain't voting for none of them. They both could kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. Well, you know, Shree, if you don't vote for any of them, that's a vote for Trump. Let me deal with that. Let me worry about that as an individual. Okay? Because remember what happened the last time people told me that. And I went, well, yeah, that was some other shit. We know who the president is now. Okay? Nobody wants to make that mistake again, supposedly, but here we go. Right? Right. Let's go back to China and Africa, man. Black people over there are not saying the Nigerians or the Ghanans or, the Ethiopians or the Eritreans or whatever. They're not specifying like that. They all come together and say Africans. I don't give a damn if it's only Nigeria out there. Africans is not happy here. We're not doing that here. Black Americans aren't happy here. Nah, I'm not happy. That other black person over there ain't happy. And two other people over yonder ain't happy. And all these other people cluster fucked over here happy as hell. How do we fix racism? How do we fix these social economic issues? And how do we fix these public health issues? Hell, I got enough problems dealing with this patriarchal bullshit society. Hey. I could sit here and have a whole hour conversation with you about how I feel like all these racial, social, and public health issues, economic issues, are based on this bullshit patriarchal society. But then what? Then it's another problem. Most of the women are programmed by this patriarchal bullshit society. So where do I start first? Do I dismantle the patriarchal society and leave all these people to die because they can't handle it without their society? Yeah, let's go to the Matrix real quick. People love to compare real life to movies. Let's go to the Matrix. What did the architect say? I made a perfect utopia. Full crops of humans died off. They couldn't handle it. The homeboy who was outside of the Matrix chilling in Zion wanted to jump right the hell back in. He was like, I don't give a damn. Ignorance is bliss. It's black people like that too. Black women like that too. So let's take it to the biggest level right now. It's a patriarchal society and it's fucked up. How do we switch it to a matriarchal society if half of the women are programmed by this patriarchal society? How do I deprogram these people, these women? Do they want to be deprogrammed? Probably not. They used to being products of the fuck shit. Okay, let's bring it down. Forget patriarchal society, a white supremacist society, right? White people rule everything. White privilege is the devil, blah, blah, blah. What do I do? Do I kill all the white people? Hell no, that's dumb. What do I work on? Dismantling white supremacy and white privilege as a whole, or do I have to work on deprogramming individual people that benefit from it, whether they're white or black or Asian or Spanish or whatever the fuck they are? Okay, let's take it down again. Now black people, right? We got black men acting stupid and black women acting stupid. How do I deal with the whole? What's more important? Do I deal with the whole or do I deal with the individual people that are the problem? And guess how many black Americans there are in America, right? A gang of them. So one little person, one little me. Do I focus on the problem as a whole? Do I focus on the millions of black men that ain't shit? Do I focus on the millions of black women who ain't shit? Or do I focus on the black men and women in my fucking face that ain't shit? Do I have compassion for them? Well, you know, they're products of all these other fucking things, so I should give them a blah. Or should I have pity on them? Well, I pity your ass, and I don't do pity fucks. Or should I just have apathy? Fuck y'all. I'm focusing on myself. If y'all want to fall to the wayside, go ahead. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? But as always, the right answer is focus on yourself, right? But in this day and age of COVID-19, I done told y'all, you know, you can do that, but technically you can't do that. Right now, they're forcing us to do that. Social distancing is all about for self, right? They're actually training us to not be humans anymore, right? Humans need interaction all the time. Humans need hugs. Humans need kisses. Humans need love. Human needs a hand held. Touch me on my shoulder. Pat me on my back. Some shit. We being deprogrammed to be human beings right the fuck now. The base level of human beings. Thank God I'm taking care of plants. You got an animal? Praise the Lord. You got a baby? Praise the Lord. Because now you know how it feels for a single person, right? There's single people out there, they get plenty of human interaction, but then there's some people that feel so alone, they feel so lonely, they're not getting none. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be dehumanized. I'm not learning what it is to be human. This is why I was so pissed off about that whole martial law shit. Are you fucking stuck on stupid? I'm not earning a fucking freedom. You want to take it from me? You cannot be serious. I'm learning how to be 4/5 of a freaking human. You want to take that and make me 2/5 now? Are you fucking dumb? Hell no. Hell no. So what do we do, black people? What can you do right now to help the person who already has the COVID? That's your family member. If they didn't have the COVID and they were sick, what would they tell you to do? More than likely, they would tell you, do what you can for yourself, because all I want to do is see you win. I want to see you alive. If I ain't going to be alive for much longer, I want to make sure you live for me. Right? If you know that your uncle and your aunt got the COVID, and that's a problem, you know, because they got all these other underlying issues, the time is now to make it right for yourself. I don't want to end up like that. I'm going to help me now. I don't care how you do it no more. I don't care if you become vegetarian, you become vegan. I don't care if you drink water all day, every day, and don't drink none of that. I don't give a fuck. Do something. When you do something for yourself, you do something for your fellow man and woman. As a human being, I have to learn that my example makes a difference to somebody. As a human, damn it. Even if this gets One view. Great. Half of y'all don't know what it's like to be black, y'all. Half of y'all don't know what it's like to face any sort of racism. And I'm not talking about women. I'm not talking about women at all. Because according to me, women are the first slaves. Black people were second. And if it don't affect you, you don't give a shit. And then by the time it affects you, it's too late. And I'm an extremist by nature, so my mind will go to the extreme things. But I have to find the middle path. What's the simplest thing I could do that's not going to blow my fucking mind? That's going to keep me sane, keep me whole, so I can really help somebody. Because now I'm helping me, right? Who do I get the angriest with? Do I get angriest with Donald Trump? Or do I get angry with the ignorant person next to me talking shit on YouTube? Do I get offended by the Chinese treating the Africans fucked up? Or should I be more offended by the white people in high up places that treat black people fucked up? Should I be mad at these fucking doctors that perform medical racism against 70% of the American black population? Or should I just be mad at the one doctor who could not save my friend's grandma? Should I be mad at all? Or should I not give a damn? And my Guru Dev says, be selfish with your peace. So I need to spend this time to figure out how to get that. And you should too. Especially if you live in New York. Find your peace. If you lost a loved one to COVID, take a little of their peace, because they're at peace now. Use that peace, turn it into hope for the rest of your family, for the children who still don't understand why they ain't going to school. For the people that are scared that they might not find food if they go to the supermarket tomorrow. Find your peace, man. Find your peace. And enjoy your peace. P-E-A-C-E, not P-I-E-C-E. They say the worst is over, but this is the beginning of the end, folks. I don't know the end of what. But I'm going to make the most out of my beginning to this end, okay? I'm going to have as much peace as possible. I hope you work towards that too. Y'all have a great one.